What? I thought everyone who smoked weed in high school were a bunch of crazy stoners who couldn't get shit done. What are you talking about?
Hotep, I am that I am. Some call me Heru.
Some call me Jadon.
And this is the Konsider Show, episode 15. Let me ask you, is your neighbor policing you?
I did not expect that.
Is your neighbor policing you? How do you feel about your neighbor, your neighbors, or your community? Think about that. That's been a interesting thing, especially within this culture in the last 20 years. We have seen a shift in the neighborhoods, literally, where, you know, you may be maybe five or less in that neighborhood and move on to a different neighborhood without even knowing your own neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
I remember back in the day,
Ugh.
the golden years of the 90s, where, God, everyone knew everyone on the block, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You knew your neighbors, maybe not best friends, maybe so.
Exactly.
But I mean, you knew them, you knew their names, you knew what they did for a living, you know, that sort of thing. You had little block parties.
Oh, you was doing it.
You know?
Barbecue.
Just,
The whole nine.
man, that was so cool.
Indeed.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, then you got older and you thought it was a little weird, but those teenage years.
Yeah, for sure.
But that community, right?
Yes.
That was cool.
Connection.
However, we're not being conspiracy guys here, but
We're just asking the question.
but there's also most likely someone in that neighborhood that's watching you
Oh, big time. Big time. And we
for
tend
whatever reason.
And we tend to do it to ourselves in general. Like I said, how many people even know? You don't even know your neighbor. You don't even know, you know, the family. You don't even know what's going on.
You're too scared
You might
to
know
do
the
so.
car. You might know the car. That's one of the things.
Yeah.
You might know their car.
That's
the
pretty
vehicle.
sad when you think about it.
It's sick.
We know
It's sick.
we know someone
It's sick.
not of even some appearance of themselves.
Indeed.
It's a piece of machinery.
Yeah, and it's funny too
Oh,
because
man.
our children
Think about
connect.
that.
Our children may connect with the neighbor's child, or you know, but you never meet them personal, face to face, unless children start getting in touch with each other. They want to stay the night and all that other stuff. But it's really shift. The culture has really shift when it comes to. You know, it's more policing. We didn't want the police in the neighborhoods before. Now we want them abundantly. You know, I mean, we hear them up and down the road. It's interesting.
Well, no one.
You know,
People used to be able to work out their issues between each other.
Silver.
We didn't need. You didn't need the state to
Approval.
be coming in to. I mean, think about this. All right, think about this. You got a problem with a neighbor. Something like. Tell me something.
Parking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Parking.
Someone blocking the driveway. The neighbor blocking the driveway.
I wonder who that is.
Sons of bitch. So I have to get out the shotgun. Yeah, but something like that, right? So what is our natural instinct at this point to do?
Sure.
Is to call someone else to intervene in the issue and decide whose side they should take.
Yes.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what that kind of that's
what it
the
comes down to.
transaction.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the transaction.
Yeah, court.
So
yeah, you're
we
right.
can't communicate and figure it out ourselves between each other. For whatever reason, we're too scared of them. We don't know them. We're not aware of them.
And look at that, the dynamic of that, the neighbor. Think about it. A neighbor used to be somebody you actually communicated with. You talked to,
Especially next door.
Yeah, especially next
Directly
door.
next
Hey,
door.
man, can you watch my house? I'm going to be leaving for a few days, or whatever the case may be. You know, these things are not going on.
Can I borrow your hammer?
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
No,
You don't see that. Don't take me wrong. Lake taps might be a little different. Lake taps might be a little different. So we had a big storm out here not too long ago, a few months ago, and it was a huge storm. Fences blowing down, all kinds of wires and everything, right? And so that same day or the day after, I went to Lake Tapps. Was with my cousin. We was delivering something out there. Man, that place was spick and span. You didn't see nothing nowhere, brother. I mean, everything was picked up, clean, no trash nowhere. Everything was like the perfect weed show. You know how they got the little.
They must have an HOA in those areas.
Yes, I believe so. I think they do, because they actually card you before you go up in the area.
That's a HOA. Right. That's why it's like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So to be against. So we talked about this. Now you invite more government into your life because you don't have enough. So yeah, according to your idiotic rules to live there, it has to be all spotless at all times.
Yes.
So instead of caring about your neighbors in a way of their safety because there's a storm, you're caring more about what your house and lawn looks like.
It's always been the outside.
Because we're scared to offend the neighbor.
Yeah, for sure.
Because why? We're scared of them. We're watching them. They're watching us.
We care what everybody else say. Let's keep it real. We care. This is the society today. How we don't even interact with people, and then we expect them to respond like this. That's the funny thing about a phone. I always wonder, why do I have a phone? Nobody call me. Just think about it.
They can call you on your computer.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, it's so weird now because we don't talk on the phone no more. We don't use the phone no more.
Well, it's also, it was not too long ago that the phone that we had was in the house, and that's it.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Okay, when we're out and about for the majority of the day, we could not be contacted. Think about that.
Yes.
This is not that long ago.
Not too long ago.
And now people, including myself, get 3 steps from the back door if we are insane enough to have accidentally left our phone on the counter. Most of the time, we wake our asses up. It goes from the nightstand immediately into us. We can't even breathe.
You know it. It's sick.
This thing does way more than that phone just in the house back in the day.
I know,
We're just simply talking to people.
How important
now we have this thing that does all of it.
Yeah.
All this crazy stuff.
Sick.
But we got away with it before, not needing that phone with us at all times. Guess what? People need to reach me or call my house and leave a message.
Yes. Yeah. Even if
I'll call them back if I want to.
Exactly. Even though
if you don't want to be reached,
and it's funny how
you're not home or you're busy, and now people are pissed off when you don't answer your goddamn phone.
No doubt.
They're offended.
Yes. True. It's so messed up. It's messed up, man. The psychological.
They don't care that you could be busy.
No doubt.
They know for damn sure you got the damn thing in your pocket.
Yes.
And because of that, no matter what, you could be sleeping, you could be at the hospital, you could be banging your wife. It doesn't matter.
No, sir.
No. You're pissed off because they didn't answer because you know what's on them.
Sad. It's sad.
And our employers know that too.
Yeah, they getting it.
They take advantage of it.
Yeah, they starting to get this technology. Now,
so they're calling you on your phone and getting you to do secret work that doesn't seem like a lot at the time. There's a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there. That's a lot of time. Plus it breaks up your day.
Come on.
That didn't happen back in the day.
Control. Like I said, somebody got 5 days on, 2 days off. What kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? That's a cold game right there. Then they set us up in school. I mean, it's all programming.
40-hour work week, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. You hate it. You have your 2 days to somehow recover, then you go back to it again.
Because, see, what I noticed, too, with these neighborhoods, and not pinpointing some things, we're getting a lot of so-called foreigners coming in. And they're the police. They're majority of the police. They're doing the policing. You see what I'm saying? And that's not no racial thing. This is what we're seeing. This is exactly what's going on. Everybody's statistics and this and that. No, we're going to really break some things down. And that's what I'm saying about these neighborhood, is your neighbor a police? Period. Because they up here pulling pranks, pulling things. You're wondering how the popo know about this over here. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that get exposed.
It's not, and this isn't
crazy.
let's make this known. This isn't a police bashing thing at all.
No.
Because
Come on.
number one, they're doing their jobs. Number
Claiming.
two, well, what they're told their job
Yes,
is.
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah,
I do
good point,
jobs
good point.
for work that I don't want to do,
Good point. For
but
sure.
I got to do it because that's my job.
Yes,
So,
yes.
anyways, we hear a lot of. I'm going a little bit down the path of it. We hear a lot lately stories about police killing civilians, abusing them, stealing their stuff. We're hearing a lot of that, right, in mainstream media.
Yes.
I mean, there's a reason for that.
Propaganda.
Because we're supposed to be afraid of the police now.
Yes.
And it's more dissension amongst the people.
Yes.
But we're hearing a lot about that. Let's make this known. That's a very small percentage of police.
Yeah, real small. Real small. Yeah.
Tiny.
Yes.
So, but everyone thinks all police that they're out there now to do that, and they're getting militarized, military equipment and all this kind of stuff to prepare against us or whatever, because they'll be the first line of defense. All those kind of stuff.
Alex Jones stories.
But. So, anyways, we're not saying that even the police live. I mean, obviously the police have to live somewhere, but they can't just live nowhere land. But it seems like before it was the old times of to serve and protect police.
Yeah.
So you were happy to have police in the neighborhood, not because they were watching you in a negative way.
But it was a different term they was using too. They was policemen. They used to use the terms as switch, and that's another.
They took man, woman out of it.
Yes,
Instead of policeman, policewoman,
corporation,
which makes them a person. Yeah, it's police.
Yeah.
Man, that's interesting. Because just saying, this is a little. Do it. Like actually say this out loud. Say, policeman. How do you feel immediately when you're saying that the first word versus the second word? How do you feel? Totally different feel. That's interesting.
Because he can relate to you. He relate as a man. At the same time, like I said, these they develop a corporation. They doing their agenda. All respect to all these officers. Don't take me wrong. All of them are not equal either. I mean, you got these police brothers going in there killing brothers, for nothing. Don't have nothing on them. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And set it up so cold where it's like, wow, how you gonna do that? So if you responding like that, who's behind you? And then another thing, all shout out to the veterans. I know putting no veterans down, but these brothers coming back and they got PTS, post-traumatic stress disorders, and they're dealing with them. They putting them in the police force. And they're utilizing, and so they got this mentality where, everybody crazy up in here, So they going off doing their things, not justifying that or anything. No, because they know they bullshit out there too. It's a whole bunch of police officers that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we ain't police bashing or anything, but we want to keep it real too. We want to keep it in perspective, because there's some things that's going out there we necessarily don't all agree. We're not all playing in the same game. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, we got these tiers going on. People gonna play their positions, kind of like football. Y'all all love football, don't ya? Basketball, whatever.
Okay.
But my point. Game. We're in a game, but the game is rigged. You see what I'm saying? The game is rigged. Yes. They know. Even when you buy the game, it sets you on the path it wants you to go. It's not your reality making it. You feel what I'm saying? You're not developing. You're not developed now. Seeing that would be the next game.
Because you have multiple paths to take in this game, but these are your only paths.
Yes.
I don't know if this is good weed, but we're on to some things today.
Yeah, we're on to something. Yes, sir. Because it's life is cold because we're on this journey by ourselves, right? we're journeying it by ourselves. We might find a few guides, but the guides don't work particularly. That's why you know within your heart is something wrong with this society. Everybody knows that. That's in everybody's heart.
They always say listen to your, gut instinct.
Intuition.
Intuition.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. All the time. And now
there's a reason for that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So they got us on these agendas. Like I was telling you, I'm a crazy book reader. I'm an avid reader. You know what I'm saying? I got all these books in the storage. I'm thinking to myself, okay, and especially this shout out to my brother too, Kahafri. I'll shout out to you for giving me some insight on some things too, because we put things in perspective for me, and it's an aha moment, right? So it's like you got all these books, all these influences coming into your head, so it's shaping and phrasing your ideology, and as you experience certain things, oh, I know I can't get paid because of this, or I can't do this because I need this, or I can't, you know what I'm saying, these limits.
We live because of our surroundings.
For sure.
Like,
environmental.
The environment is literally everything.
Yeah, and it's
the location we're at, the clothes we're wearing, the people we're around, the books that we're reading, the authors we're reading. This can blow your mind. Oh, you change one thing in your whole environment, and your whole life could have been completely different.
Yes.
Completely different.
Yes.
Something simple.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the whole, when we can go back in time.
Sure.
Like on TV shows and
For
whatnot,
sure.
and
Back to the future.
The stuff like that. That's why it's always like, they're always saying, everything you ever see movies, shows about this is, you can't change very much at all when you go back, because even the tiniest change could affect the whole future.
Yes. And we see that because what did you remember what you did yesterday?
No.
Yeah, just the same thing.
No, what did I do?
You know what I'm saying? Even like the moments, you remember big chunks of certain moments, but then at the same time, that's the cold thing. That's what's so cold about life. Why we so-called got these guys. They call it religion. They call it science. They call it different forms of education, literature, whatever. These are all guidelines, so-called guidelines.
And everyone has a different one.
Yeah, most of the time it's already in our heart. It's already written. The problem, I think, is, and we talked about this too, is that why would I pick certain circumstances or situations to put myself in to just test myself? Think about that. And we look for a God. We look for a Jesus, a Yahweh, or whatever. All these different entities that's outside of us, but the entity is within us. You see what I'm saying? All tuition, everything I need to know, all my success is right here in my heart. You see what I'm saying? It's right here. It's just I got all these fucked up issues I'm dealing with. I got to go to a job, a 9 to 5, all day long. I come to my beautiful wife, look at her, and she ain't looking at me, and I don't even know her anymore. You see, think about this.
We're about to cry.
Think about, this is deep, man. It's deep. Because we don't take the time to really pay attention.
Or we're paying attention
to the wrong things.
To the people outside the home.
Yeah,
or
come
the
on.
people inside of it.
I got my wife.
So we're separating the family even more.
Come on. I got my wife dressing all pretty, looking good, this and that, to go to a job, to go satisfy another man or a few other men. You feel what I'm saying? So it's some deep psychology. Yeah, I'm married. I've been married a few times. Got about 10 kids.
Well,
maybe we could get some likes on that one.
He's not actually serious.
I'm serious.
Oh,
I got 10 children out there.
Now you're going to have 10 people claiming they're your kids coming up
but they're all out of the country.
Trying to get the Konsider dough.
I know.
As soon as we start making that dough, you can have it.
Be on the street, no. But it's all an understanding. Like I said, we don't take the time. We don't even take the time to question certain things, and that's what I like about the Konsider show, because we're literally expanding your mind. We don't know anything, but it's a few things.
Wrong way.
Exactly.
It's
many a ways.
A way, yeah.
It's many a ways, but at the same time, you still got to go through that same door, right? That womb of your mother, right? Now, and that's a cold thing, even because you lose a lot of your you lose a lot of you lose a lot of life. Keep it real with you. You tend to have degenerative diseases quicker if you come out the stomach or I can't even procedure instead of going through the womb where you have all the benefits. You see what I'm saying? That's the cool thing, But now what are they doing? Majority of the time, women are having these C-sections. They having these babies, and a lot of them are having C-sections. You know why they having C-sections? Because the doctors are getting paid off all the C-sections they have. You see what I'm saying? More cash flow.
Everything's
more
about
problems.
money and or power.
Come on.
Nothing is done without money and or power.
Come on. Tupac told us, and Biggie Small, the tired bag.
Where are they?
They're in the ground. They were
They're
speaking
on
it. Yeah, they probably are.
Smoking that
Give
good
us a
weed.
shout out, bro. Tupac.
I'd like to be on the show.
Yeah,
Oh man, I bet we get a friggin' 20 billion hits. We literally had Pac on the show.
Oh man, crazy. It'd be off the chain. But I did do an interview, but I didn't get a good recording with the brother, Jim McPine, the 420 Games founder. So we did get an interview with him. So tune in for that. That's going to be an exclusive. Matter of fact, it'll be posted on the website too here pretty soon, probably another week or so. But we definitely want to get that. He's an interesting cat. I really dig him because he's an athletic. He's an athlete. You know what I'm saying? And he uses cannabis, but he uses it responsibly. You know what I'm saying? And he uses it for academics too, as well. Going into high school and doing well on that stuff, and that's another subject.
What? I thought everyone who smoked weed in high school were a bunch of crazy stoners who couldn't get shit done. What are you talking about?
No, that's your neighbors.
Oh, Jesus.
That's your neighbors.
Yeah.
That's why they're policing everybody.
Again.
Exactly. That's why they police it. Because then we're always utilizing this in the show, and we shouldn't. How do we connect the cannabis to that? The cannabis actually brings us together, networking. Oh, this brother smoke. Oh yeah, come on over. We barbecue, do our thing, we chop it, and we cheap it, and we talking about real
Instead
stuff.
of like earlier where I'm getting the shotgun out.
Exactly.
And about to go murder my neighbor.
Exactly.
Because they're blocking my driveway.
We talking about food, we talking about family, we talking about different, what kind of gun you got? Okay, I got this rifle, whatever, this semi-automatic. You know how these boys be getting real crazy. Yeah, so I made up some bullets. I got these particular bullets that are precise. They'll blow you up and this and that, But see, the neighbors, I don't think in the neighborhoods they're not utilizing that opportunity. And like I said, we're in Washington. We're not seeing as much activity far as in the cannabis industry. Is it me or is it those who's actually sharing this same or seeing this same issue out here in Washington? This is one of the questions I've been asking.
Seems very hush-hush here.
Oh, yeah, it's really hush-hush.
There's no big things going on.
The dispensaries, you going in there, they patting you down like you in the military or the police force or TSA. They're like the TSA up in there. So it's like you're in and out. You're in and out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what's going on? What's going on
For a plant.
Look at Colorado.
For a plant.
Tripping. And I'm thinking... all the history that's actually been here within the Washington realm. I mean, even Oregon is putting it down like it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even got people organizing some things, sitting down together, politicking.
You know what happened, right?
Okay.
We pushed legality in this state too fast.
Yes. Possibility.
We got it quote unquote legalized. Not as much as we had wanted to, but we were happy accepting at least something.
Something, yeah. Even though the alcohol board.
Now it's the alcohol and the marijuana board.
It don't make
ridiculous.
sense.
They're two completely different things.
Yeah.
But we should have thought this out.
At least.
Like Colorado did.
At least.
Like a lot of these states are. Where it's like... I mean, Colorado's killing it.
Yeah, for sure.
They're
putting it down. They are putting it down. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters representing out there.
Money's up.
Yeah.
Crime's down.
Come on. And they're starting to do more things in the community. You're seeing the communities growing.
People are getting better grades in school.
Exactly.
Not that I think that's what everyone should only strive for, because that's a whatever. But
the parents is probably taking the time to sit down with the baby. Okay, no, we know the school system ain't doing y'all no good. Let's spend a little more time, you know. And we're down to the 4 seconds, but at the same time we're down. But we just want to give a shout out. Just want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. Let them know about Consider Group. ConsiderGroup.com.
If everybody listening and watching shared with one person, we would have 3 viewers. No, that's not true. We'd have a lot more than that. But all right, we're done. Oh man.